Welcome to the show, Emel Michael. You are a multi-talented singer, songwriter, author, and visionary who has captivated worldwide audiences with your soulful voice and profound lyrics. Your journey's been met with a relentless pursuit of artistic excellence and a deep desire to positively impact the world through your creative endeavors. There's loads more to talk with you about. It's fantastic to have you on the show with us, Emel. Thank you so much for joining us. Please do tell us more.
Wow, thank you so much for the introduction, Tom, firstly, and it's wonderful to be to arrived at this point with you both, Skyler and Tom. So thank you for having me on the show and for giving me the opportunity to share some words about what I've been doing. So thank you for the introduction. I have been guided, I call it by spirit, to be a voice for the people and to alchemize what kindness is, alchemize what compassion is, to co-create with like minds, and also work with plant medicine. I am a herbalist too. So I delved into the world of herbalism coinciding with the music. And what that unraveled was that there was a whole universe to be explored. And in that, I was able to write some songs and poetry in the duration of 3.5 years, completing 3 books and 3 which I've just released. And they to inspire the young generation, to the big kids as well, because we're all big kids here. I'm a seeker of truth. What does truth look like? What does it sound like? And I think music is definitely a way that we can create global change. And so having had the pleasure to travel to Montreux Jazz Festival and singing for Quincy Jones and enjoying that, I've also found the joy of singing for children through the plant songs, to uplift them and to pay attention to their young spirits and their souls yet to be, discovered and into this world. So I'm here to be a voice for nature, for humanity and kindness and compassion, to also support the Mi'kmaq, which is a Native American nation, and to be a voice for them too, and to remember the ancient technologies of a time that was once thriving but lost temporarily.
Wow, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. We need to spread more love like that.
Absolutely.
Right?
Right.
I mean, music is medicine too, And so, everything moves with music. And it's a global change. That's what we got going on right over here, right? It's to bring on people like yourself and tell the nature side of connecting with people.
Right.
And passing on those blessings, right?
Yes.
Wait a minute, you wouldn't happen to have that flute right there, would you?
I do.
Well, we kind of like to hear that if you, because I see you all the time now, and I go, wow, she stays with that flute. And we just had another brother on last week that plays all kind of, didgeridoos and all kind of things, right?
Tribal instruments, stuff like that.
Tribal stuff, you know what I mean? It was really, now where you living now?
I'm currently living in Costa Rica. So
okay,
I'm
stop right there. That's got to be beautiful, right? That's got to be
stunning.
Yeah.
It's surrounded by nature. Like, nature is the thriving element here.
I remember when I used to live in Hawaii for 10 years, right? Some of the best songs came out of me right there because I was right next to the ocean.
Wow.
Right? And it was wonderful. I mean, then I lived in, in the forest. city life is really hard for me to take. I don't know, it's too much energy, right? But when you're that quiet, you can really get into the nature side of music, you know?
Yes. Yes. Nature's voice was very strong here. Even had the pleasure to have sat in a couple of 9, actually, to be in total, of ayahuasca ceremonies,
Wow. Okay.
which opened me to the world that we don't see. You know,
That's right.
when your brain waves are heightened, your eyes see differently, because
Yeah.
we're living in a world of light. Everything is a wave spectrum of light. I go into this in one of my books, that to truly have the fundamental understanding or understanding of what we are is to also get to grips of what light is in the world, which is also what sound is. And they all combine together. So when I was under the medicine, my brainwaves had changed, my perception had changed. I connected to another radio wave, another frequency, you know, and communicating with other beings, communicating with my inner self, listening to nature's song. And she always spoke to me a lot and was very direct in her message. There's quite a few quotes of the mother Gaia's medicine message for humanity.
I love this because we have so many amazing guests come on, right? To give a perspective with a story, you know, of their journey, right? And it's other parts that people don't listen to at all. You know, in popular music, you don't hear this all the time, right? And this needs to be popular because it's, you know, it's going to take some stress straight off the universe, right? It's great for all of us if you got some positive music, you know, and to let the youth see instruments that they've never seen before and get a chance to experience the emotion from that instrument, right?
Yes. Again, it does something energetically to the body. The flute, the high spirit flute that I play, and my performance that I had done in the jazz cafe, I think it was in Holborn, the newly opened, and I had my flute out, and someone came to me after the performance and they asked me a really strange question. I didn't know how to answer this one. Yeah, they came up the stairs and they said, "Could I ask you a question?" I said, "Of course. What is it that you do?" I said, "Well, I sing." "No, but really?" And
Wow.
I'm like, "Well, are you a priest?" I'm like, "Am I a priest?" Strange. And I didn't understand until I said, "Tell me what it is that you experience. What do you really want to share with me? I'm open to whatever it is you want to share," because he had a spiritual experience. And it was seeing colors that he'd never
Wow.
seen before around. He'd seen it around people because he could see auras, but he was seeing the vibration of the auric field around me as I went on stage.
Wow.
And I asked him, "Did you see it with anyone else?" He said, "No, it was just you." So then again, this was a confirmation from what I've had before from a few of my teachers, that the power lies with the light that you carry. And the light that you carry has to be an authentic light. And you can go through ups and downs in life, but if you're holding a higher frequency through practice, what is your practice? The light shines ever brighter. So maybe that's what it was. And so he said that he saw a red auric field around me. Then I picked up the flute, and then he started seeing purple smoke or haze coming out of my crown, which is the crown is the top of the head, and there was like smoke, like light hovering. And then when I started singing, he said everything. He goes, I kind of blacked out, but it was a lot of color. You were filled with all the colors of the rainbow. And then he went into a deep process. And he wrote this all down. I haven't shared this with anyone. I won't share the name because I think he's quite private. But yeah, this was the initiation of music is medicine, because it helps.
Definitely. And it's been going on since the beginning of time. Now, the vocals was the first instrument, right? It's kind of, there's a musicians union and there's a vocal union, and they're different.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And there's a reason for that. But the cool thing is, like, you can't plug your vocals in. So whatever's coming out of you is coming out of your spirit.
Yes.
Right? And, it's spontaneous and, you know what I mean, instant gratification, right? That all goes down. And so being a singer is like you're also an actor or an actress, because if you do 12, 13 songs in your set, all of those songs ain't gonna have the same, same subject, right? And so each one, they last about 5 minutes. So you got to make people believe that I bought your record. I want you to sing to me, right? Sing that song to me like you looking at me, kind of thing, right? That's where the great performers come, because they can look in your eye, And, but the cool thing about it is, like, there's nothing like performing. You could have all the streaming in the world, which ain't making no money, right? But still, I mean, people were performing before there was electricity. Okay, and they was make money from music. So golly, it goes way back. It's an emotion. Music is an emotion, and each song is an emotion.
Wow, beautifully said, Skyler. Music is an emotion. And one of the things that I really go into, which is what I was getting I was getting downloads. For those who don't know what a download is, it's where you're in a place where there's not much going on in your mind. And then all of a sudden this information comes in, either in picture form, or it's like you can hear a voice. And it's like an idea that's sort of been placed into your head like a seed. And then with that, it could come as a question. Know thyself, human, was one of the questions or a statement. I was like, know thyself. How do you get to know thyself? So to have a truly deeper understanding of what music is or what you are is to truly grasp all aspects of the mechanism of being human. And that is going into the vibration of the human through knowing where actually the fundamental facts of where music comes from, that it is a healing vibration that can either be used to weaponize or to heal, to trigger a DNA remembrance within your cellular crystalline structure. Yod He Vav He, if you look at DNA, it has a certain codex. You can awaken the codex within your vibration through sound, through memory. I was getting a lot of these.
I see that you've kind of mentioned sound healing and these kind of seminars that you've been to previously. Is sound healing something that you want to go into yourself as to the music you produce being used for that? Is that something you'd like to pursue?
Yeah. Sound therapy is to really tap into the mechanics of sound and using musical waves as a form of really impacting the body. And I've had to do a lot of studying with what that looks like, how I could really hone in on that and experiment on myself. So when I went to the Biohacker Summit in Amsterdam, my seminar was based on activating gamma brainwaves. It was also to bring in harmony, attunement of the heart, and to kind of put people into a beautiful cocoon or a containment of some sort, for them to regenerate. And so I created something for that. And I used the knowledge I had to put this track together, because I only had 45 minutes. I made it sure it was 45 minutes, and I had that window to work within what I had put in. And during that time, I got people to tune in with their voice. For them to activate their inner song. So for me, my sessions are not just for me to hold the space, just for others to hold the space for others. So it became more like a place where people can join with sound and voice too. With mantras, I sing quite a few mantras. And then, one of the women, she had a aura ring, which is a ring that reads the brainwaves, that reads the pulse, and it tells you when you're in deep sleep, when you're resetting your parasympathetic nervous system, kind of what's going on. She came up to me and she said that you put me in a state of delta for 35 to 40 minutes, which meant that my whole body and parasympathetic nervous system had reset, which has never happened, she said.
Wow.
Which then proves that what I had done was beneficial, because that gifted someone a chance to reset their system.
Yeah.
So the body is responding to that. This is fundamental, rather than music being a bunch of noise that's very impactful and you don't really know what it's doing. Her whole body was able to renew itself, and that's my dream, to be able to be a voice and use those things.
Wow.
What a beautiful thing to have, where you can bless people, right?
Absolutely.
What a beautiful thing when you can bless people and pass it on. You know what I mean? When I'm teaching young people, I say, whatever I teach you, go pass it on to somebody younger than you.
Wow.
Right?
Yes.
You don't have to pay me. Just with the knowledge that I give you, go pass it on to somebody you know. And my whole thing is about healing, education, and solving problems with beautiful notes and amazing chords. Right? Those three things right there is what makes it positive right there. Positive music, right? I was doing a lot of songs about issues for a long time, and then once you do a positive song where everybody's, man, that makes you feel, and I was like, wow, maybe we need more of that. It's going to make you feel like, okay, right? And now you just need millions to do the same thing. And then we can drown out the negativity.
Yes, beautifully said. And it does something to the body when you play harmonic music. If you look at, I advise people to look at cymatics, and the experiments people have done when they've played synchronistic music, or when they've spoken to rice, like Dr. Massimo Rotto. He spoke very highly about what you speak into water will affect the matter. And when he spoke to the water with rice, with love, and said, I love you, I love you, I love you. And then to the other one with negative words, the water turned dark. It went black.
Whoa.
Where the water with containing the rice was spoken to with love, stayed clean. So there was no disharmonious contamination being built up. So that's what happens to us, because how much percentage of water are we, there's a lot of water in our body. So like they say, women, we are in connection with the moon cycles. Yesterday was a supermoon. Everything is moving with not just our planet, but the cosmically as well. So if we are playing harmonic music to the body, you're only going to enhance that good vibration, the harmonics and the beautiful, how can I put it? If you look at a snowflake, it is a beautiful pattern. That's what music is. It is harmonic. It looks beautiful. It is just, geometrically imperfection. And that is what music is a formation of that wave that becomes a manifestation of form. So if we take responsibility and create music that is harmonic, we will create a harmonic world.
Well, yeah, and Miles Davis used to say, there are no bad notes. Okay?
Very true. The way in
There
which
are
they're
no bad
combined.
bugs.
Yeah.
You know,
That's it.
I love that because you know, if it feels good to you, say people that went to college for music and stuff like that. Well, they're way not more knowledgeable than I am at that flavor. But how does it feel?
Mm.
It always comes down to that. You can have all the education you want. Still, how does it feel? How does it make you feel? Music is an emotion, right? How does it make you feel? And if you use that tool in the right way with millions of people doing positive music, watch what's going to happen to the negative side. Because we're proving that it's more people that want to get along than people that don't. That's the good thing.
Yeah. Right, right. We have to learn to get along. And it's not about me, it's about we.
That's right.
And happiness, kindness, compassion can be measured as a vibration. It can be measured. And if, like, I love what you said as well, Skylar, when you give something for free, it was like the good vibration, and then let that person pass it on. It's a wave. It would become like the manifestation of that positivity.
Yeah, pass on the knowledge. I pass on the knowledge to the younger people, but I tell them to go teach it to somebody younger than them.
Beautiful.
And that's passing on, pass on the blessings and stuff like that. Tom, you got another question before we?
Well, I just wanted to say, I mean, with everything that you've achieved, obviously you've got your books that are doing incredibly well as well that you've produced. How do people go about purchasing your books or finding the details? Are you on social media? How do you kind of?
Yeah. So, Emel, Emel _Michael on Instagram. And there's a link in my bio that has my profile on Amazon to find my books.
Yeah.
Where the Wild Herbs Grow and Wonders of the Universe is the larger manuscript that kind of gives you the insight about vibration music, how to heal yourself, how to enhance your brain health, from cooking meals, making smoothies, everything that I had practiced for 3.5 years, ancient history of what the ancients did, put that in as well, which is kind of like an ancient practice with plant medicine and sound therapy and sound healing, self-help tools. Also, The Enchanting Way, which is another book that I just recently published. In The Enchanting Way, Diary of a Rainforest Adventurer and Messages from the Stars. This is my journey being in Costa Rica, having lived in a center, also the messages I got from the plant medicine, what it's like to live in the rainforest, what it's like to come into obstacles and see the beauty in them, kind of like a very kind of spiritual, as Lee John put it, it's enlightening.
Yeah.
Which is a wonderful, wonderful comment, you know. What more could you want from someone's words? So yes, and also the book for children too is on there as well. Remember Me with Flowery Song and Poetry on Amazon.
What we'll do is put some links. We'll put those links in the description for you as well. On the video here, so people can go off and check that out for you.
Lovely.
Blessings, my sister. Good to see you.
Thanks for joining
us. Yeah, lovely. Would you like me to play the flute for a little bit?
Yeah, go for it. Got a couple of
minutes. Yeah. Okay. I have my ukulele. I was going to sing you a mantra, but
we have in 4 minutes. We got a guest coming on, right?
We got 4 minutes. It's fine. We got 2 minutes for you to play something, and then we.
Okay, 2 minutes. Okay.
It's all good. All good, Skyler. All good.
Wow.
Amazing. All the way over there in
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica. Incredible,
it's music for global change, man.
Well, it's truly global, isn't it? It literally is.
Okay, so just close your eyes, everyone, and hopefully the sound comes through.
Okay.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
And
Beautiful.
wonderful.
What kind of flute is that?
This is an F sharp.
Yeah.
Made of cedar wood.
Oh,
Okay.
guys,
Wow.
beautiful. Really
Incredible.
beautiful.
The raven.
Love you, sister. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for
Namaste.
joining us.
Thank you, everyone.
Music can save the world. Music can save the world. If we all get together, music can save the world. Yeah. Music can save the world. Music can save the world. If we all come together, music can save the world. There's an urgency facing our humanity.
Thank you so much for watching. To stay up to date, please click subscribe and hit the bell. You can also join our group on Facebook and find us on LinkedIn and Instagram.